up, YouTube and family? My name is Kayla D'Shaun. You guys already know I am back like I never left. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kayla. I'm 24 years old. I'm married. I'm a recent graduate of Norfolk State University, starting my grad school journey soon. And my channel is about positivity, upliftment, encouragement, teaching life application skills, and also just taking you guys through my journey of learning how to be an adult and all these life transitions. So I hope that you consider subscribing to join our family. I think that you'll love it here. And I don't just make videos, but it's an investment into each and every single one of you. So please subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we're gonna get into this video. As you can tell by the title, today we're gonna be talking about adulting, what that looks like, some of the challenges that I'm dealing with, my thought processes right now. So if you're kind of new to this whole adulting journey, comment down below and let me know how you're feeling about everything. As I said before, I'm 24 years old. I graduated high school in 2016, and I loved high school, y'all. Like, high school was my thing. Every day I loved going to school. I was very active in my school. I was at about 10 to 12 different clubs and organizations. I was always doing something because I'm the type of person where I have to stay busy. I have to be doing something productive all the time. And it's like, if I don't, like, I'll start to get kind of sad and kind of down. I don't know. Comment down below if you're like that too. But high school was very, very involved. So I graduated class of 2016. I went into college that same year and everything of that nature. And I'm definitely going to drop a separate video about my whole college journey all the way up into graduation, because that's a whole thing in itself. But I went straight into college, right? And so when I went into college, I wasn't as active in my college career. Like, I didn't join a whole bunch of clubs because my thought process was, I was like, I just want to focus on school. I just want to, just work and do what I got to do. I feel like I don't have any regrets in life because I feel like what's done is done. You know what I mean? You can't change the past. But I definitely wish that I would have joined clubs and organizations. And I knew a lot of people and I was very friendly and very sociable. But I wish that I had gotten involved in different clubs and organizations. So I kind of went through my college journey. I mainly focused on working. I worked a whole lot in this school, right? And so now I'm to age, got my first apartment in 2019, I believe, moved out, and then the following year I got engaged, got married, and everything like that. So all these major transitions were happening in my life. And so now I'm 24 years old, I'm married, and marriage is good, but I feel like there's so much more I'm supposed to know, if that makes sense. I feel like I don't have my life together, even though from a person outside looking in, you would probably say you're doing good. Everything's together. I graduated with my bachelor's. I'm starting grad school soon. I just started a new job. We have a dope place to stay. God provides for us. And it's it seems like everything is quote unquote together. I know how to work money. I know how to budget and do everything. But I just feel I don't know. Do you guys ever feel like that? I feel I should kind of be further ahead in life, if that makes sense. I feel like I should be here and I should have already hit this milestone. I should have already did that, but instead I'm here. And so sometimes I kind of get discouraged with all the things I could have did, all things I feel like I should have did, kind of stuck in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of life. But in reality, those really don't matter because you're here, and I'm learning to kind of embrace where I'm at right now. And where I'm at right now is cool, it's dope, and it's for me. And so have you guys ever felt like that? Drop down below, talk to me, let me know how y'all are feeling. I'm definitely in this place of life where I'm learning how to be. I'm learning how to trust the process. And if I'm here, I must be here for a reason. So if God has me in this state, then I must be here for a reason, whether it's to learn something, whether it's to impact someone else's life, whether it's just, this is simply just where I'm supposed to be. And so I'm learning God, I'm gonna trust your hand. And even in those times where I feel delayed, for a lack of better terms, or I feel super behind, I kind of think of the story with the tortoise and the hare. And I'm reminded that slow and steady wins the race, step by step, and that your journey is no one else's journey. I'm sure in that race with the tortoise and the hare, there could have been 20 different other animals, but we don't know their outcome because in reality it really doesn't matter. It matters about what's going on with me because I impact the world around me. So if I just focus on myself and focus on what does Michaela do, what does Michaela need to do, where is Michaela at, and stop trying to like compare myself to other people or like compare my situation to other situations, or oh my gosh, man, maybe we should have a house by now. Should we go ahead and buy a house? Man, maybe we should go ahead and have a kid. Like all these different pressures that like life can put on us, social media puts on us, we put on ourselves. We kind of just have to trust that process and like, you know what? Adulting is hard in itself. Like at least my journey of adulting, it is difficult, but it doesn't have to be harder than what you make it. So just live life, learn to just be patient, be I don't want to say like be content, because I feel like sometimes being content where you are can lead to being stagnant, but I would say more so let's learn to be trusting in where God has us at. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Let's learn to be trusting in where God has us at, and trust it is for a reason. So whatever stage of life that you're in, especially for my young adults, because it is really like something like trying to be, at least for me, I'm trying to learn how to be a wife. There's no manual for this. There's no blueprint. There's no book or guide to kind of like school me on this. I'm learning how to be a wife. I'm learning just simply how to incorporate someone else in my world 24/7, how to break down kind of my own barriers and like walls I may have had up, learning how to trust another person with everything, because if I marry them, I must gotta trust them. This must be the person God has for me. So learning that, navigating through my own emotions, kind of dealing with and working through like childhood things that I learned as a kid. And sometimes our parents don't know any better, so some of those things are passed down through generations. And so kind of like we're an adult and we kind of think that we should do A, B, and C because we've seen our parents do it, but that doesn't make it right, or it may not meet us the best way. So I'm like also navigating like, okay, just because like this may have been taught to me, it doesn't mean that it's right. And I'm also navigating my own childhood traumas and even adult traumas that I've experienced, and debunking those things and kind of working through like the effects of that and what it could be, and making sure like I'm still like an employee or entrepreneur. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs and employers, business owners, but right now I'm an employee in like a full-time job, full-time school, full-time wife, a full-time of my own person, just a full-time Michaela, a full-time sister, a full-time mentor, a full-time daughter, a full-time whatever hat I'm wearing for the day. So it's a lot of moving parts that are happening all the while I'm constantly learning. And I feel like I'm kind of like an adult in such an interesting time. Like so much stuff is changing. Technology is taking off. So just learning those things as they happen. Like we have cars that can drive themselves. Like, bruh, that was in movies way back when. It was in movies way back when we had robots for cops, and now we have robotic dogs for cops. Like life is changing very fast. And so just being young and learning yourself while learning the world is definitely a journey. And it can be very difficult learning money, learning how to move money, budgeting, what budgeting system works for you, because what we do with our money may not work for your household, and what your household does with your money may not work for our household. And so just kind of learning the ins and outs and feeling like I kind of like I don't really know what's going on, but at the same time I know what's going on, but like I really don't though. So it's a lot. Adulting is hard, y'all. It is, well, I won't say it's hard. Well, it is hard. It's hard, but it's not impossible. And I'm on this journey of figuring it out. And even if I never figure it out, I'm going to just trust. I'm learning to trust the process and trust where God has me. I'm not going to pay attention to the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, what I should have did, what I could have done, what I should have done differently. Even if you're not new to adulting, there's some people who are super young kind of dealing with some of these same thought processes, and some who may be a little bit more seasoned, not old, but seasoned. And that's okay, because I feel like you never stop learning. You never stop encountering new situations or new challenges. And even the Bible, it says like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And so it's like, it doesn't say that the weapons won't form or that we won't have challenges. It just says that it won't prosper. It's not going to take me out. God is not going to allow these challenges to wipe me out the face of this earth or to take me out of here, because if I'm here, I'm supposed to be here and I serve a purpose. And so that's what I'm learning, y'all. Oh my God, I'm encountering some different things, y'all, and these new challenges. And even if they're not physical challenges, the emotional aspect of things can be a whole lot. Like, it can really be a lot dealing with, like, especially if you have kids. Your kids are learning and they're depending on you for everything. Even if you don't have kids, you're just learning yourself, your husband, your wife, your cousin, your friends. Some of our friends are very dear to us, you know what I mean? And our friends are our family, and it's like tending to them and aiding to them, and we're all just kind of like just winging it out here, honestly. But you know what? It's okay to wing it, because we're going to figure it out and we're going to keep it pushing, because slow and steady wins the race, y'all. So I'm on this journey, y'all. I hope that y'all continue to be on this journey with me, because you know, I don't know, like, we're gonna figure this out, you guys. One day I'm gonna look back on this video and be like, you know what, Michaela, you made it, girl. Like, you out here doing it. Look how far you've come. And so I just want to encourage you guys out there to don't worry about the past. Focus on the now. Focus on where you're going. Even in a car, y'all, when you're driving in a car, you have your side mirrors and you have your rear view mirror, and then you have your big old windshield that you focus on when you're driving forward. We don't drive backwards unless you're just temporarily parking somewhere or temporarily trying to reverse into a spot. But 98% of the time, you're going forward when you're driving. And so we have these side mirrors and these rear view mirrors, and I've never seen a time when someone's looking out their side mirrors the entire time, or someone's looking out their rear view mirror the entire time, because you may not make it to your destination if you're driving like that. But there's a reason why our big old windshield that's in front of us is bigger, is because that's where we should focus on. That's where all our energy should go to. Like, look, I don't know what's going on behind me. It may have been a car accident back there, maybe police back there, it may be a big old tractor truck. That stuff doesn't matter. But what does matter and what does directly impact me right now is what's in front of me. And so sometimes we may need to look to the side just to see how far we've come, and that's okay. So I just want to encourage you guys to don't get too caught up in what's behind you. Focus on what's in front of you. Even as we navigate through life, I'm on this life journey. I hope that you guys continue to come on this journey with me. I hope that this video encouraged you and kind of shed some light a little bit about me, my thought processes right now. So I love you guys. If you haven't seen last week's video, I really encourage you guys to check it out. We talked about imposter syndrome, and if you don't know what that is, that's all the more reason to check that video out, y'all. So definitely tap in with me every Thursday at 8 p.m. and pause for a second. Y'all, I talked about this in my last video, but I really need y'all's help. I need your help to come up with a name for me to call you guys. You know what I mean? Like, some YouTubers call their family gang, Gangosaurus, family, familia. You guys drop in the comments, what are some names that we can call ourselves, because we're a family. So if you guys could drop that in the comments down below, that would greatly help me and I would greatly appreciate it. So I love you guys. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. Remember, there's power in your words. Speak life into your situation. Don't focus on what's behind you. Don't focus on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because they don't really matter. Focus on what's in front of you. Press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling, because there is something greater out there that God has for us, y'all. So I love y'all. Be encouraged. Tap in with me next week, and I'm going to see y'all. We out. Bye.